Good morning, guys. Mike, aka Crypto Jewels. I am going to go over ANKR Anchor this morning. I've got an update on it. It's been a while since I've done an update on it, so I think we're about due. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I do this for entertainment and educational purposes only, so don't blindly follow or take what I say as gospel, because it's not. It's my opinion. All right. Anchor. Here is the current count I have for Anchor. So let's zoom out a little bit and see how I'm viewing this from a macro standpoint. So we'll look at the macro first, and then we'll dive into the details on the micro. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, creating your macro 1, which is your white 1, an ABC, which is probably more like a WXY 2, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to create your macro 3, and then a WXY for your 4, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, creating your 1, your micro 1 of your macro 5, and then a WXY to create your micro 2 of your macro 5. And if that count is correct, we will be heading up to our micro 3 around 80 cents, and then a corrective wave, and then a last wave up to about $1.50. Given the climate right now, guys, with Bitcoin being undecided, with the crypto market as a whole, there's a lot of bearish sentiment out there, me somewhat included. If you guys follow my videos and follow my Twitter, I'm kind of mixed on the environment as a whole. I feel like there's more downside to come, not a whole lot, just a little bit. Here, we'll hop into Bitcoin real quick, my Bitcoin chart. Oh, come on. So this is what I'm seeing Bitcoin kind of doing. I do not see this thing dropping like a rock and completely going into a nasty multi-year bear market. I see this thing grinding around down here, chopping people up, causing a lot of panic as it pumps just a little bit. People say, oh, the bull's back. As it dumps a little bit, people say, oh, it's bear time. So I kind of think this thing is going to continue to do some sort of price action like this as it's creating a divergence here on the RSI, similar to the last bottom down here. So I don't anticipate any crazy drop from a Bitcoin standpoint, but I do anticipate this thing to continue to chop, and anybody that's playing leverage or margin trading is going to get eaten up, especially if they don't know what they're doing. I don't know how long this thing could last for. It could last for 2 months. It could last for another 30 days. So that's kind of my macro view on the market as a whole. So given that, guys, with Anchor, from an Elliott wave standpoint, this count should be complete and we should be ready to move up. That does not mean that we're going to go to 80 cents in the next 30 days. It doesn't have to do that. It could, mess around down here for a little bit. It does have room. I believe what we will be doing. So if you look at this micro count, you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have a WXY pattern here, which is basically a expanded flat. If you throw the fibs on it from top of 5 down to bottom of W, the X wave extends up to 1, 2, 3, 6, and then throw your fib extension from your W to your X. Right now, we are resting right above the 1618 level. So that is indicative of an expanded flat pattern. So I'm viewing this 2 wave as an expanded flat. However, it's a WXY, and then the Y happens to be what I'm seeing right now, an ABCDE. So you've got your, here, I'll throw my line on this thing so you guys can see it. So you've got your A, your B here. I'm sorry, your A, your B, your C, your D, which could go, up and to 11, 12 cents or so. And then you'll have one more final wave down to create your E. What would make a lot of sense would be for this thing to fall out of what a lot of people probably look at this as a bear flag or a bearish continuation pattern of some sort. What would make sense is if this thing did drop out of that, causing maybe a little bit of capitulation, some fear, and then once that happens, then it ends up becoming impulsive again. So I could see that happening. If I was, looking to buy a position in ANKR, I would be looking to, probably buy underneath this last low here at, 9.5 cents or so. And I would not be scared if this thing does wick underneath this A. It's possible, but I would probably start accumulating or dollar cost averaging in now if I was looking to buy into this asset, which I am, and I will be buying into this asset. I just have a few other ones that I'm looking at first, but eventually I will be starting to accumulate ANKR. So that's my opinion on ANKR, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy the update.